Okay, really big win for us, for Georgia. It's a great environment. Hats off to Georgia Tech and their fan base. It was live in there. Two teams that played really hard, left it out on the floor. I thought Georgia Tech got the majority of the loose balls throughout the game. I thought we played super hard. I thought those guys did as well, and they executed really well. The way they spread you, they're very difficult to defend, and I thought in the first 20 we did a very good job holding an ACC opponent on the road to, I think, 19 at the half, if I'm not mistaken. They got it going in the second half and really wouldn't go away. I thought Terry down the stretch just made a bunch of plays, and Dongo is just such a handful. He puts you in different situations that are tough on defenses. I think they're a really good team, and we struggled from three. Obviously, we competed at a high level, but we made a couple down the stretch. Drew a bunch of fouls. Very physical game for both teams, and we converted enough to come in here and steal one. Really big win for us.
What did you learn about the team tonight by pulling out this win?
Yeah, when you can go 3 of 18 from three, and have negative assist turnover ratio as a team 10 to 12. This team has more of a chance to win ugly, especially on the road, maybe more so than the past couple teams. If we continue to grow and improve and respond to this positivity, to this win, we got to get back to work, because there's a lot of things. Both teams, I think both teams that we saw today will continue to get better throughout the year. But I love the fight, from our guys. It was a good win.
Please raise a hand. Got a microphone. Right over here.
Mike, you mentioned those struggles from three-point range. You guys start 0 of 14. Asa hits one. Just how big was that shot? And then from there, that was the first of 3 or 4 that you guys hit down that stretch.
Asa's 0 for the season. After, and I'm giving information away here to our next few opponents, but he's a good shooter. Like, he shot it well all summer. He shot it really well all fall. We've had inter-squads where he goes 5 of 7 and 6 of 8 from 3. And, works on it, lives in the gym, but he's also an 18-year-old who we're asking to do all of these other things and play heavy minutes and block out and close out and switch to guards, and physicality on the interior, offensively and defensively. The way that we're playing offensively is pretty unique for him. So he's not maybe spacing as much with lack of physicality as he has for 17, 18 years as he is now. And then his first attempt tonight was a miss, and it wasn't a close miss. So for him to step up the way he did and make that timely shot, didn't even think about it. I think the whole bench thought it was going in. Happy for him, but not surprised by his, the swagger that he showed to take that shot and make it.
Coach, earlier there in the second half, had that little, shoving, whatever you want to call it, and had the flagrant foul on RJ.
Yeah.
Talk about the way you guys kind of kept your composure from that, because that seemed like it kind of gave them a little juice when all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Y'all kept y'all's composure.
Yeah, it definitely got emotional there, for both teams, and you're on the road, hostile environment. Again, I credit the crowd was great. It was loud in there, and they made a great run with the first 10, 12 minutes of the second half, if I'm not mistaken, before we strung together some stops. And they missed some force, of course, that's part of the game. But I thought both teams did a good job of just calming down and settling into offense and defense and the game plan. We've gotten better with that because we've got some emotional guys. Everybody does. You've got to compete at a really high level, but you've got to check your emotions and move on to the next play.
The last probably 4 minutes of that first half, you guys seemed to really tighten down defensively. Just what did you see from how you guys were playing and just the intensity on the defensive end of the floor?
Just not many mistakes. We were pretty sharp. We were in a stance. Our communication was loud and early. Our ball screen coverage was the best in the 40 minutes probably at that point. They made some adjustments. They set some ball screens in different areas on us in the second half and gave us some problems. And they're going to do that with every team that they play this year. They've got an elite passer and an elite rim roller and guys that can attack closeouts. And guys that can crash the offensive glass, good cutters, and it's tough stuff that they run to guard. Again, some of it was probably them missing a couple fours, but I thought we were pretty sharp there late first half.
Time for a couple more here in the back.
Mike, I know it's still early in the season, but what do you see in every game that you know you can count on? Tonight was maybe a tough shooting night from three, but what do you see in this early in the year that you know you can count on every game?
Our guys playing hard. I really do. We weren't overly sharp against Tennessee Tech. Our transition defense really struggled in that game, but we competed. It was a little bit surprising that we couldn't just put them away. But every other time that we've competed, you know, in a couple exhibitions and in their squads and in practice every day, and in these other 3 games this season, our guys, you know, for the most part, really sit down and try to connect defensively and compete. The responses, you know, the basketball character, which was on full display tonight, where you're up double figures and then all of a sudden you're down 1, and then you respond. You know, we have a timeout where guys, you know, we go through stuff like this every day in practice. You know, when the red team's beating the white team, or the white team's beating the red team. And, so some maturity, some competitive maturity. Probably could have just used those 2 words instead of rambling for 5 minutes.
Time for one more. We'll go right
Just
here.
real quick. Coach Onasa, one more time, when he did hit that 3-pointer, did it kind of, you think everybody kind of just relaxed a little bit after that shot?
I hope so. You know, I hope, because it's so early for all of these teams, you know, us included, of course, where roles are still being defined, somewhat by our guys, somewhat by our staff, somewhat organically, right? And he'll continue to settle in offensively, and he'll continue to get better offensively and defensively, as will other guys. You know, we're late January, late February, we're down 1 on the road. I can't tell you what we're going to be running right now. You know, we're still trying to figure all that out, as are a bunch of other teams. But for the most part, I do like that we're sharing it. Our guys, for the most part, we took a couple ill-advised shots, I want to say, late first half. Responded pretty well defensively. A couple quick bad ones, but other than that, I do like the fact that even though we're missing shots, we were sharing it and taking pretty good shots, and Ace will continue to do that.